Good morning, YouTube. So we're on week 27 of my dieting journey. I'm not going to call it a dieting journey, really. I want to call it my lifestyle change because obviously this is for life. It's not just a temporary solution to lose the weight and then go back to where I was. My intention is never to go back to a carb-laden diet. So yeah, let's get out the way for one. So let's do the numbers first. So I've written them down. So this morning I'm 73 kilograms on the dot, which is another half a kilogram loss this week, which is surprising. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So I've lost 28.9 kgs all up, which equates to around 63.7 pounds. So not bad, really. And I said I'm surprising at that 0.5 kg loss because I did have a bit of a roughish week. I was having my, my 2 o'clock last meal, shall we say, and I found myself wanting to have little bits and pieces from then until I went to bed, which I really, I shouldn't have done. So I've not really been having my correct fast window, which is probably not good. So I need to cut that out, really. And yeah, it's almost, I don't really need it. I'm not hungry. It's just a habit thing. It's like, munching away in the evenings, and I definitely shouldn't be doing that. Like, I'm having good stuff. I'm not having crisps or cakes or anything like that because it's not in the house. I can't eat it anyways. It's not in the house. But I shouldn't be having those extra fats or proteins in the evening. I don't need them. So yeah, I do need to cut that out. And I've also been a little bit slack on the apple cider vinegar this week. I haven't really been drinking that like I should do. So I need to get back into that. So, and I think it was all around the fact that, with the surgery, and then I'd sort of overdone it a little bit, sort of like the beginning of this week. And I felt that I did get some pain from that, and I was a bit sore one of the days. So I sort of realised that I was probably doing too much and I needed to, cut down on the work. So I have cut down on doing things, I'm not digging. Well, I did put a couple of plants in the other day, but they were little ones. So so I'm not doing the digging and I'm not overdoing it outside. But yeah, I definitely feel better now. I'm in no pain at all or anything now, so that's good. So that, you could say, was a mediocre week, not a good week, not a bad week. Towards the end of the week, like the weekend, it got better, so that's good. So, and I've said before, all this, your mood affects how you are. Your mood, if you're in a crap mood, basically, you tend to sort of like, and I do anyway, emotionally eat. So I think a lot of those evening nibbles was down to the fact that I was feeling crap and I couldn't do the things I wanted to do. So anyway, put it behind me. That week is behind me. Move on. So I'm doing this vlog indoors because, once again, beautiful New Zealand is pouring with rain. And I can tell you something, I'm cold. And I've noticed as I've lost the weight, I've started to feel colder. So that, I guess the weight was my layer of insulation, if you like, and now I'm losing that. I am starting to feel cold, so I'm going to get a cardigan or something in a minute and wear because, yeah, it is a bit nippy. And those poor little orchids are going to be freezing out there today, but they got to get on with it. So I've been out again today, or not today, but I went out a couple of days ago with my friend Penny again, and we went to, it was Saturday actually, and the whole aim of the trip was to go to the Lily show. There was a Lily show in Christchurch, so she said she'd like to go, and I went along with her, and that was great. So the whole point of the trip was to go to the Lily show, and then we had some time left over at the end, so we decided to go into one of our cheapy stores, the Warehouse it's called, and it's now getting to the tail end of the sales, and so there their half price clothes was then again reduced by another half price. So in effect, you're paying quarter price for it. And so they had like racks of the stuff there. So we started rummaging around rummaging around on the racks to see what we could find. And I found like a t-shirt for $3. And then I started to look at the underwear. And the go-to bras that I normally wear, I know what size I am in them. I've tried them on, but I find now, because I've sort of shrunk that way a bit, and I'm sorry about this if there's any gentlemen watching, but my boobies have started to go, or we're going that way rather than in and up. So they were going up, but facing, we're facing that way. So I said to her, we need to look at, I need to look at other options. So she started pointing out these bras which have got the padded cups. And I said to her, I really don't need that extra padding. I said, I've got enough of my own. And I've always steered clear to them because of that reason. I don't want to make them bigger. I don't want to, or what I thought was making them look bigger in my mind. And she said, oh, for goodness sake, just try them on, try them on. So I did, and I was pleasantly surprised. I've actually got one on today, and I'll show you in a minute. I'll get up and show you. And it actually has lifted and put them in the right place. So I'm very pleased with that. Now, it is a 14, that they do measure their bras in New Zealand the same as their clothes. So it's a 14 double D, unfortunately. And they did have a 16D. Now, those are very similar. I used to fit bras years ago, so they are very similar in size. Although one's a bigger cup, it's still got the width there as well. So, so a 14 would equate to a 36 in the UK. And a 16 would be a 38 in the UK, and the cup size is the cup size. So that's good, because I was in 20 double D up to, the weekend, and they were far too big for me. And the 20 double D was only recently being able to get into those, because prior to that I was wearing the big stretchy things with no support or any kind of anything in them, so so that's really good. So yeah, and I've got these bras for $5. I mean, why wouldn't you buy them, even if they just see me through? Because I'm hoping to lose some of this. I'm hoping that as I get down into this last 10 kilos that I've got to lose, that it is going to be some of my boobs, and a bit more around my belly would be nice. So I'm hoping that that's going to be where it goes next. But if it doesn't matter. They were $5. I'll just pick up some more in the sales, so that's great. And I managed to get a pair of briefs to match them, and I showed my husband this morning, and his eyebrows went up. Then he went, whoa. So that's really good. So anyway, so that's that. So, and another thing, I've got to show you these. I was so pleased when John found these in the shed. He was rummaging through his old rag bag. We've got a bag or an old dustbin in the shed. That we put all our rags in, and then basically we've got a rag if we need it, and we pull them out. And some of the clothes that are just no good for the charity shop go in the rag bag. So anyway, he was rummaging through. I have no idea why he was rummaging through, but he found a pair of my old shorts. Now, it must have been pretty much down the bottom of the bag, because it has been a lot of years since I wore these shorts. It's got to be at least 4.5, 5, maybe longer years since I wore these shorts. And these particular shorts were the pinnacle point, if you like, that I actually stopped wearing shorts after I couldn't fit in these anymore, because I thought, they were big enough, and I thought, I'm not going to continue to wear shorts being large. And so these were like the last shorts I ever wore. And I want to show you guys what they're like. So I'm down here, I'll pick them up, so I'll hold them, I'll get the chair and everything so you can see out the way. First of all, here's the bra. So as you can see, it's lifted and it's put them in the right place, which is great. So I've still got a bit of belly. I know I probably might be still swollen here and a bit of bum, but you know, I'm hoping that my shape's going to be more like sort of getting a bit more of a waist. So we'll see. And these sort of jegging things I've got on, they are getting a bit loose now, and they were a medium. So anyway, back to the shorts. So here's the shorts. Here they are. So hopefully you can see that. Right, and I'm going to put them on now for you so you can see. This is such a great, I was really pleased when he found these because I thought this is such a visual reminder. I think visual reminders are much better than the non-visual reminders. Here they are. Look at them. Look at this. And this. You know? They're just so, you know, I don't even have to undo them to get them down. There you go, they'll just fall down. So, for me, seeing that is such a high, you know, it puts me on a high because, like I say, these shorts were the time that I decided that I won't be wearing shorts anymore because I'm too fat. So, so I'm really, really pleased about that. I'm just so happy about it, really. So I'm going to keep those shorts as a reminder of my journey. You know, this, and like I say, this was not my biggest. This was not my biggest, believe me. So, yeah. So that's about it for this week. Excuse me. As far as, I think I touched on it, the surgery's concerned, fine. Everything's hunky-dory. Thank you for your concerns as well, Margaret, the two Margarets and Fernanda. I did cut down on doing work. I haven't done, like I say, done so much this week. So, yeah. So I've listened to you guys and I have cut down and I do feel good. You know, I feel great. So I'm going to end it there. Hopefully I'll be able to upload it. I'm having real trouble uploading some longer videos. We've tried all sorts recently. We did try a new video camera that my dad left here. I just can't get on with it at the moment. It's we're having problems with the SD card and yeah, and then there's getting the software to download to edit the videos. So I've gone back to my old faithful, which is my Samsung tablet. I seem to get on with that. I've got Power Director. I do what I do in there, and it does take a long time to render the video and then to upload the video to YouTube. But hey, I just set it going, walk away, do something else, and it works. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your you know, concerns that you had. I did listen to them, so there you go. And Margaret, slapped hand. So I'll catch up with you next week, which will be week 28. And yeah, so everybody have a good week, and I hope the weather improves for you like it will hopefully here tomorrow. Bye.